The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNCNow.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello. Welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I'm Nato Agbayani. Later, we will have Ariza Nokom, our new host, streaming from Quezon City. And good evening, everyone. So we'd like to welcome you on hashtag Para sa Bayan and see you later. Hello, good evening. You're still watching hashtag Para sa Bayan, and tonight we will have two new people in the show. So one is we will have our new co-host. Her name's Ariza Nokom, and she is one of the top students. She was awarded 2016 Outstanding Student of the Year, and she was also awarded by UN. Multi-awarded ang ating co-host, and later she will come in. She will be streaming from Nueva Ecija. And of course, later i-introduce natin siya sa show with all the credentials. No? She is also what you call an oblation scholar in UP Diliman. So ito po yung mga very special scholars of UP Diliman. She is top 50 of over 60,000 who took the exam. So you can just imagine, no? She's very young, and she was also a panelist in the Asia CEO Women's Forum. So hopefully later, when the internet connection gets better, she'll join us. But tonight, let me introduce to you a good friend. His name is Fritz Capulong. He's the CEO of Frito King and Juan Sisig. So what's so special about Frito King and Juan Sisig? Later we will know, and that's the discussion for tonight's show. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce to you Mr. Fritz Capulong.
Hi, good evening. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction, Nato. So I'd like to say good evening and
Good evening.
good day sa mga viewers natin all over the world. I'm sure your show is not only being watched here in the Philippines, but also other countries as well.
That's right. So in TNC, we have about roughly 25 shows, and we're streaming from every place on Earth. Hindi naman every place. Wala naman sa Antarctica. Pero basically, there are people streaming from the mainland US and the other continents of the globe. So we'd like to go straight into what's so special about Frito King and Juan Sisig. Later, siguro, we can flash some slides from the backstage, and but before that, before we interview you, Fritz, we will bring in our co-host. She will be joining us on season 3. Season 3 na to. So, naka-season 1 and 2 na tayo. The first season, I think we had, of course, Girly Amarillo, who is now with the National Anti-Poverty Commission, and of course, si Edward Ligas from Cebu. So, we'd like to bring in, before we interview you na tuloy-tuloy na, Fritz, Miss Ariza Nocom. All right. She's streaming from Nueva Ecija. And yeah, all right. So, kumusta? She's there. Okay, sige. So, what we'll do is she'll catch up later in a bit. So, Fritz, itong Frito King, I think it's a venture between three people, right? There's you, there's Jason De La Rosa of Bounce Back PH, and of course there's John Magsaysay of the famous no, Potato Corner. So,
Yes.
can you tell us more about your journey in bringing in Frito King and also the new venture which is Juan Sisig? No, ito yung later we will discuss deeply into the journey. Pero ikaw, on a personal note, like what was your journey as an entrepreneur? I know we know each other from way back, di ba?
Yeah.
There was this firm that we were when I was still with Globaltronics, and I think you were with that firm pa, no? So tell us about your journey, please.
Yeah. Well, it was nice of you bringing that up. Yeah, the, the first time we met, I think, was a lifetime ago, and yeah, so many things
Oh,
happened uh, between then and now. Now, just to give you a little background, the Frito King was conceptualized when I left Potato Corner.
mhm.
During that time, I was working with Jomag as his executive assistant, and then some group bought into Potato Corner. Of course, when that group bought into Potato Corner, they are going to place they were going to place their new CEO. So
Mm.
he was asked by Jomag what my plans were. So I told him, sir, I got inspired by your move. I also want to become an entrepreneur. So he asked me, okay, what's your concept? What do you plan to do? So I told him about Frito King. Now, why Frito King? Frito King sells crispy pata, lechon kawale, sisig. Basically, it's all Filipino fried favorites. And
Mm.
those are my favorites too. Fortunately, my experience during that time is that I need to go to a restaurant to be able to eat all of those things. So
Right.
you cannot go to a kiosk, di ba? Like for example, Potato Corner na meron sa kanto. You can have your fill of rice. But with
Right.
crispy pata, with sisig, with lechon kawali, you need to really go to a restaurant to be able to taste that quality food, di ba? So
Mm.
I told him I want to bring the same my same favorites, my same favorite foods to the cart level. So
Yeah.
yeah, joined up. Now, well, before the pandemic, we had around 5 branches, but we had to close them down. Uh, One of the partners for Free Talking before passed away because of COVID, but luckily there was Jason De La Rosa, no, of Bounce Back Philippines. We met each other then. I think the same time we first met, and that
Oo nga.
was a lifetime ago,
Lifetime
di
ago, no?
ba? Oh,
Right.
a lifetime. It was. I remember we were still very young. So anyway, so yeah, I told Jason about Frito King. He got interested. He joined Frito King. uh, we started expanding last year. So right now we
Mhm.
have 6 outlets, 5 are operational, and
Right.
one is soon to open. So we
Mhm.
have 3 outlets in Ilocos Norte, one in Marikina, the other one is in Cavite. And the one that will be opening soon, it will be in Laguna, Santa Rosa, Laguna.
Yeah.
So, so yeah,
So that's
basically,
thinking, right?
yeah.
Oo.
Yes, that's Frito King. So I was able to transition from being employed full
Mhm.
time to having my own business.
Right.
Yun. because of John, because of Jason.
Mm. So in that particular journey, 'di ba? Parang it's really the Filipino delicacies that's really the kumbaga focal point of all these things, no? So then came Juan Sisig. It's quite recently, 'di ba, yung
Yes.
Juan Sisig. And then I think
No.
the idea was to really, how do you parang enable a lot of people to do this business at the same time, parang really help them. Kasi 'di ba, people invest in a lot of stuff, like maybe OFWs or other entrepreneurs. They invest in a lot of stuff, but it's all kita or profit,
Yes.
no? So what makes the one sisig model very unique?
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, During our journey in Frito King, I'll start from the very start, okay,
Sure, sure.
so that
Oo.
people can have a background. So during
Yes.
our journey in Frito King, we saw that Sisig is one of the best sellers.
Mm-hmm.
So we were thinking, how can we create another brand for the Sisig, but just selling Sisig? And then there were people that we were talking with who want to franchise. Unfortunately, the investment for Frito King is quite high compared to one CC. Okay, but the franchise investment for Frito King is comparable to other food cart outlets. So a lot of people want to invest, and they deem the franchise package of Frito King quite high. So Jason and I were brainstorming how can we lower down the investment, and
Yeah.
then okay, we were thinking, okay, let's focus on Sisig since it's one of the best sellers, and
Mhm.
people already know the Sisig. So okay,
Yeah.
so we were going around. Then during the pandemic, we saw that yung mga mobile food carts
Yes.
sa Soria, sa mga EDSA Roosevelt, ang daming pumipila. Diba? There
Mhm.
was this long queue, and we made
Yeah.
some research, and we found out that they were selling around they were serving around 200, 300 customers per day. And
Mhm.
binebenta lang nila pares, binebenta lang nila siomai, 'di ba? And the food is quite
Yung dirty
very affordable.
pares.
Oh, 'di ba? Dirty pares. So yun, so
Oh,
iniisip namin, probably we can do the same thing.
yeah.
So yun. Then we went back to work. We crunched the numbers, so to speak. Tapos we were able to come up with one CC. Now, one CC is very, it's a very affordable investment. It's
Mhm.
less than half of the franchise package of Frito King, And then what
Yeah.
we wanted to do is we want to help more people. So now, since the franchise package is very affordable, we want one CC to make it easier for the investor to open up. So how did
You're
we
right.
do that? Diba? By simply partnering with organizations. So right now,
Mhm.
One CC is partnered with the solo parent organization of UC. With your help, Nato, no? I would like to thank
Mhm.
you for that. Kasi what we want
Mhm.
to do is we want to match the franchisee, diba, to their peddler, which is their partner in
Nice.
business. Because if
Oh,
you are going to franchise, diba, if you're going to put up a business, isa sa mga concern mo is saan ako maghahanap ng tao? And yung
correct.
mahahanap ko ba is trustworthy, di ba?
Mhm. Mhm.
Second is, if I put up a store, an outlet, I need to spend another amount of cash, di ba, for renovation costs.
Correct.
So added yan eh. That was more permits, and then rent, di ba? Now, with the
Mhm.
mobile food cart, since it's portable, you don't have to put up more money for renovation costs.
Mhm.
Permits will be much easier to obtain, di ba? And with the
Mhm.
help of NGO, we are going to match now the peddler. That's what we call the one selling the sisig, the one going around the
Oo.
peddler to the partner or the franchisee.
Mhm.
Yun.
Yeah.
So we are sort of business matching the
Correct.
partner peddler.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we're just taking away all of the pain points of the investor, the franchisee.
Yun. So Actually, it's good you mentioned that, no, Fritz. Kasi, like for example, if you take a closer look at the solo parent sector in the entire country, that's about 14% of the entire population. So you're talking about in the whole of the country about 14 million solo parents. And a lot of these solo parents are primarily women, no? Some are tito, some are male siguro, a very small percentage, but less than 10% of the 14 million. When you translate that, because sila Fritz rolled out this project in Quezon City. So when you talk about Quezon City is like 3% of the entire country. That's 3.2 million people living in Quezon City. So you have about, if you compute that, you have about 420,000 solo parent families in Quezon City alone. So that's the kind of impact that this can create, because ang problema namin, well, for example, I'm also in that organization as a board member. And the main problem really is, we wanted to roll out businesses to the solo parents who are mostly women. And what's happening is wala rin silang kapital. So how can you start, no? And other than the psychosocial issues, yung mental health issues, health per se, and then of course the financial health ng mga tao. And at the end of the day, sabi ko nga, we've been trying so many times to jumpstart that particular sector in Quezon City. And I think you also have a portion of people in informal settler families in Marikina who will be part of this program. I think you're targeting about 100, no, this year. Hopefully, God willing, by God's grace, it can be more, because there's so many people who really need help. Now, after saying all those things, can you tell us, like, say for example, siguro we can flash later. Let me know if we can flash the Frito King. Sorry, the one Sisig model, because it's kind of very interesting, because the partner or the investor can invest into parang module siya, no, Fritz?
Yeah.
It's like one cart, or they can invest in 5 carts, or they can invest in several 10 carts, depending on their resources, and they earn from that, and it's technology enabled, right? So parang,
Yes.
so on a day-to-day basis, the income is split, no? Parang ganon. And then the NGO supervises these people to make sure that they succeed. Yon. Nare-reveal ko na iba, pero ano, let's have Fritz talk more about it. Pero yung clear lang sa akin, Fritz, is like ano, no, for advocates like me, and then of course si Ariza is also a peace advocate, and she also has advocacies with the marginalized sectors, and yan naman yung essence ng Para sa Bayan, why this show was created. It's really for reaching out, building the country with different advocacies. So yun, balik tayo sa ano. Let me know, direct, if we can show the slides if ever later. So what do you think, right now, what's the ano tawag mo ba doon, take up rate? How
Okay.
what's the reception among investors now?
Well, we started around the second week of January. You were there in one of our
Yeah.
first few meetings because we wanted to brainstorm the idea with you. No? So
Mhm.
since starting from the second week of January until now, we have around 20 who has signified their interest. 10
Mhm.
have already signed up. So right now we're
Okay.
doing their cards. The first batch of delivery of cards will be this coming Wednesday.
Mhm.
Hopefully, we can drop them off in Quezon City Hall, and we can already show the NGOs and the peddler how the system works.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, we did not expect this kind of reception from the start because we weren't really sure if this kind of business model will fly. But then,
Mhm.
what we tell our franchisees, investors, or co-partners is that there are people, the peddlers, there are people who really want to improve their lives, but then ang kulang lang is capital,
Oo.
'di ba? So,
Yeah.
what we're telling them is, guys, you have the money, and we know that you want to help people. You just don't know how. Just make us your tool medium to be able to help
Mhm.
these people out. Now, how do you know that your investments are secure? Yes, we have this POS app that we are developing. It will be launched before the end of February. Uh, it's going to be an online real-time monitoring system where they will
Right.
be able to monitor the sales of their carts, right?
Mhm.
And that's only the first phase. The second phase, it's going to be an inventory management. Third phase, we're going to be able, these partners and these peddlers will be able to sell load using their mobile cards. So
Yeah.
but it's going to be a continuous development for the POS system. That's number one. Number two,
Mhm.
those investors will be assured that their money, the money that they've invested in, will be taken care of properly, because we are also giving commissions to the NGO, and those NGOs will help us in monitoring, managing, and mentoring the peddlers. Kasi as you've mentioned, you're part of that organization, the Solo Parents Organization,
Yes, yes.
and you
Oo.
provide trainings for this for the members. But the thing
Mm.
is, hanggang training lang, di ba?
Mm.
Yung application in real life, because medyo we need the resources to do that, sometimes napapabayaan. So with
That's right.
this, since we are partnering with you, and
Mm.
every time peddler is able to sell a rice meal, you will be able to have part of that sale, di ba? Si
Mm.
NGO. So somehow yung mga programs niya na may maintain, and
Correct.
natututo niya si peddler. At the same time, si kapartner naman, nakikita niya yung investment niya, bumabalik din sa kanya. Probably
True.
within 2 months, 3 months, kapag nabalik na yung investment niya, he will be able to invest in more cards in the future.
Correct, correct. So, Fritz, I think your slides are ready. So maybe we can show them, and then Fritz can walk us through the slides. Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully Ariza can still catch up, but the internet, her internet yata is really bad. So anyway, haba pa naman ng season 3. Sige, Ariza will be waiting for you. Okay. Oh, sige, Fritz. Tell us more about One
Alright.
Sisig.
Yeah, one Sisig, as you can see, it's a mobile food cart. So there's a bike and a cart. It's a mobile food cart
Mhm.
again.
Oh.
All the equipment will be there. So all the sisig are processed. All you need to do is heat them up, di ba?
Mhm.
And at the same time, pwede mo siyang uh, palutungin using a griddle. And the selling
Yeah.
price for both chicken and pork is 79 pesos. It's very affordable. And I think you can just go to any high foot traffic area. Bibenta yan eh. Di
Yeah.
ba? So there. Yeah. Next slide. So
Ayun.
this is the sample of the cart. Yeah. So yan na
Mm.
yun. So as I've said, One Sisig was conceptualized by Jason and I to be able to
Mhm.
help our kababayans, kasi we all know that the pandemic has hit us all hard, di ba? And somehow
Yeah.
we need to help each other to be able to better our lives. Now, huwag na tayong umasa sa government. Maraming inaasikaso ang gobyerno eh. Tayo na umasa sa sarili natin. Tulungan na lang natin ang isa't isa. So
Right.
aside from Frito King, this one is also powered by Kita.ph. So yung mga onions, diba, yung calamansi that we can
Mm.
add sisig, it will be supplied by Kita.ph.
Yeah.
Okay, next slide. So yeah, why sisig? Number one, it's a well-known Filipino dish, and everybody
Mhm.
loves sisig. Diba?
Yeah.
And it's a mobile food cart. As I've mentioned, you can just go to any high foot traffic area. Of course, huwag na lang tayo maging sagabal sa traffic, di ba? We
Correct.
can sell in an area na medyo safe sa pedestrians and sa vehicles. And third, we can monitor sales, as I've mentioned earlier, via POS app that we are developing. It's customized for one CC. And this app will be updated real time as the peddler punches the order. Magre-reflect na automatically so that the kapartner will be able to see his or her sales, di ba, of the store.
Okay.
Next slide. So yan, Nato, andyan ka, di ba? This was
Wait,
during the
ano
sign
pala
of
ako?
solo. Yeah, so andyan si Jason, the partner of, our partner, also one
Yeah,
of the owners, I think, of Kita.ph. So yan.
right.
So yan ang
Then we
advocacy
have
natin.
yeah, mga sectors, I think, Brian Luz, the chairman of the sectoral council. And then, of course, si Josie Velasco, who was supposed to join us. Kaya lang she's in,
Oh, what happened?
she's in Buso-Buso, Antipolo. Medyo mababa yung sa kanila. So it's kind of hard to get an internet connection as well. So anyway, sige. Yeah. I
Okay,
realized I'm
sayang.
wearing new colors. Naka-yellow
I'm
pala.
sorry?
I'm wearing your colors.
Oh, nga, no. Tama. It's a sign.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then,
Next slide. So,
yeah.
the next few slides will be discussing how to be a partner. You know? So, okay.
Okay.
Next slide. So, there. Yan yung mga one Sisig packages natin. So, there's a platinum, a gold, and a solo. Now, the first franchisee that signed up for 5 cards. So, it's considered a solo. But then, yun, kapag nag-10 na, it's going to be a gold package, 20 platinum. Now, the good thing about this is that for your investment, the 5 cards that was invested in by the first franchisee, it only amounted to 275,000. Diba?
Yes.
Now, if you are looking to invest in a popular potato franchise, the minimum investment there is around 350. That's only for 1 card. Now, for 275, you have 5 cards.
Grabe.
Diba?
So, ito
You have
talagang,
5 cards.
oo. You removed na the profit aspect, mas hindi naman, kumbaga, it's really just to roll out and really benefit the beneficiaries. Okay, sige Fritz,
Yeah.
sorry for interrupting.
It's okay. You're right. The reason why we wanted to really make this very, very affordable, as you've mentioned, wala na kami kinita dito almost. It's because we want to help both parties. Diba?
Mm-hmm.
The kapartner or the franchisee and the peddler.
Right.
Kasi nga, imagine for, let's say, if you're going to get that popular potato franchise, it's 349,000, and you're only getting 1 card, and it's going to be stuck in a particular location only. You need to pay for renovation, for rent. Now with this one, for 5 cards, imagine she got 5 cards. That only amounts to 275, diba? But then the returns are much faster kasi you have 5 stores going around the barangay selling sisig, and you're also helping, diba, 5 families.
Correct.
The power of 1 sisig. Now imagine if you can have 10 carts or 20, diba? That's only. I'm sure there are a lot of people who have who can sponsor 20 carts.
The power of 1 sisig. What if pagka 10 na, 10 sisig na yan,
10 sisig na.
10 sisig, 20 sisig. Anyway.
20 sisig. So precisely, diba? You're not going to think of, if you have, let's say, 1 million, diba? And you plan on investing in a particular franchise, you're going to think of the location. You're going to think about the renovation costs. You're going to think about the rent. Now imagine that 1 million, if you're going to invest it in 1 sisig, you are going to be able to help 20 families. Diba? And that 20 million, that 1 million is a turnkey solution na. Nandiyan na yung cart, nandiyan na yung supplies, nandiyan na yung uniform. It's just going to be deployed in a particular barangay with the help of the NGO para mabilis na yung deployment, di ba?
Correct.
Now, typically, once we receive your payment, it will take about 3 to 4 weeks to be able to construct the cart. So
Mm-mm.
after 3 to 4 weeks, then you can start selling na. Also, during that time, yung 3 to 4 weeks na yon, the NGO will also help us in screening the peddlers.
Yes.
We've asked for several documents from the peddlers. Number one, their ID,
Mm-mm.
government issued ID, one by one photo, NBI or police clearance, and endorsement from the barangay.
Mm-mm.
Now, the with the help of with you Nato, we will
Mm-mm.
also have KPIs for the peddlers. Kasi nga continuous in training dito, so that
Right.
uh, we want naman to assure our partners that when they help someone, their investment will be put to good use. So yeah, we
Mm-mm.
will provide continuous training. KPIs will be observed. Now, if a peddler is not able to hit that certain KPI, then
Yeah.
the NGO will choose another peddler as a replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's so interesting, Fritz. What we'll do now is, siguro we will deepen the discussion in a while, but we will go right into a very short break, and then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with you and Fritz Capulong, hopefully with Ariza also, and yeah, see you later, guys. We'll go right into a short break. Thank you. Welcome back. You're still watching hashtag Para sa Bayan. But don't forget to watch all the other shows here on the new channel. Okay, the new channel is an online alternative new media platform of online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our show as seen on the screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. So TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our channel is a responsible global 24/7 platform that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Of course, don't forget to watch also hashtag para sa bayan. You can watch us live or replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG, listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Saturdays, 9 p.m. And of course, you can just watch the replays. All right. So thank you for staying with TNC. Enjoy the other shows also. So we're going back with our guest, who is Mr. Fritz Capulong. He is the founder and the CEO of Frito King. Kaya Fritz, Frito King. And Juan Sisig. So earlier we discussed about the vision of Juan Sisig, which is really, kasi nga, kung magka-franchise ka ng any other food franchise, for example, it would mga 350,000 at the very minimum. Yung mga Siomai franchise, I think they're even much, much more expensive. So here, for as low as 55K, you can have one franchise, you can be a partner, and you can help one family. So it depends on like how many families you'd like to help. If you want to help 20 families, 10 families of solo parents or of informal settler families. No? So, and the thing there is, hindi ito parang sa sorry not to demonize the government, but sometimes nagbibigay tayo ng mga food cart sa mga beneficiaries, but there is no support. So in any other kind of business, there needs to be really a support system, and there has to be continuous learning. So hindi lang natin na empower yung mga solo parents with kasi labor equity sa kanila, tama no Fritz? They provide the labor equity, the partner provides the investment for the cart and the supplies, and then they will revolve that. So it's really a beautiful program if you think about it. Not because we're part of it, but thinking about it, kasi yung iba pag nag-franchise ka, kunyari there's this sikat na social na sari-sari store brand. And it's really doing well, no? But the thing there is, it's only helping the franchisee, which is which is good naman for one family. But if you invest, let's say, in 5 families, like the investor that we recently had, no, nag-invest siya sa 5 families. So in time, 2 years bang contract, Fritz? Is it 2 years? Yeah. So for example,
2 years.
Oh. Imagine mo how 'di ba solo parents, syempre all their children, kasi under the law it has to be 18 and below. So imagine all these people, all the students are all the solo parents have students, and once they are able to finish in 2, 3 years or 4 years, they can contribute na already to the family economy. And imagine the impact of that if we have 100 families, no? Fritz. So
Yeah.
what we will do now is we'll try to deepen the concept of, for example, pwede ba yan solo parents lang, or is it pwede ba sa iba-ibang sectors, or for as long as, I don't know, how what are your plans so far? What's your vision like for 2023 and the next few years? Yeah.
Well, aside from solo parents, we'd also like to extend this to other NGOs as well. In fact, we are open to, well, one of our colleagues is opening a discussion to Rotary and BNI because they're also working with those people who are less fortunate. Diba?
Yeah.
Of course, they envision this program as helping people how to fish instead of just feeding them fish, diba? Because if you continually provide financial support, maubusan at maubusan din yan eh. But if you are teaching them how to be able to make use of that financial support by supporting themselves also financially, di ba? Kasi nga, what we found out when we were researching about this program is that a lot of people, especially from those people who lack capital, they want to have their own business. Kasi they
Right.
also want to better their lives. But then, most of the businesses that are available to them, or for example, mga sari-sari stores, di ba?
Yes.
Yung mga kapitbahay niya, sari-sari stores din eh. Di ba? So what sets him or her apart? Di ba? So
Right.
magkaagawan lang sila. Di ba? So with a partner, may financial assistance na siya. Tapos, since the peddler is also a partner, he or she will not receive any salary from his or her efforts. Ano? This is purely
Right.
sweat equity. The income is much more flexible. So,
Mhm.
depende yan sa sipag niya, depende sa pagsasyagahan niya, much more than minimum pa makukuha niya kung tutusin. Di
Mhm.
ba?
Yeah.
Going back, yes, we are offering this to other sectors. If they want to approach us, they can just message us in our Facebook page. And
Mhm.
yeah, if they can also get in touch with you, Nato, that would be great. Ano? Kasi I'm sure a lot of people know you, especially with your activities, di ba?
Yes.
You're very active in the NGO
Mhm.
community. So a lot of people know you there. So if they approach you, probably you can connect us with them, or
Mhm.
yeah, they can message our Facebook page.
Yeah. Alam mo, tama yung sabi mo kanina, Fritz, kasi 'di ba, parang sometimes people are too dependent on government when actually you can match the investor with the beneficiary and create really an engine, a social parang if you can call it a social revolution, no? Para bang people can really, ako for example, kapitan ako sa barko. 'Di ba? Naghahanap ako ng investment. And there's so many ganyan ng stories, no? There's so many Filipino na kapitan ng barko na who are able to draw out loans and and really invest on a lot of things. Kahit nga yung ordinaryong seaman, for example, no? So there's so many seaman families, and this is something that pwede nilang ipundar, or even yung mga kamag-anak nila, kahit yung mga kamag-anak nila ang beneficiaries, because there's so much
Yeah.
need. There's really so much need. And sa totoo lang, even with the trillions and trillions of pesos of government, it will not solve the problems of those in the marginal sector. So parang kaya kaya talagang this is our flavor of the month, because one sisig is potentially nga 100 families. What if there are 1,000 families and more and more and more? So hindi naman, kasi ang saturation nito buong Pilipinas. So we're like thinking of Cebu now, no? There are some people who are interested to invest already in different regions. Kaya lang syempre iba rin, well, we can check out the pricing, and but the need is also there. There's so many families, they're also in need. So it so happens that um, I think you have plans for the future, no? I mean ito muna, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Ayoko i-preempt pero I mean itong business model na to is really no, if it succeeds, by God's grace it will succeed. You have other plans pa, 'di ba, to expand it. Mas malaki pa, mas
Yeah.
malaki pa. Yeah.
Well, again, not to preempt, but for one CC, yes, we're looking at it nationwide. We are in talks with a commissary in Davao. For Cebu, we're still trying to find someone which we can partner with. Then aside from that, of course, since this is just one product that we are selling, we are also
Right.
thinking of adding some more, but it's going to be another brand. We
Mm.
just want to perfect the system with one Sisig.
Right.
It's because it's an easier sell. It's Sisig, and then
Mm.
after that, we are going to launch that other brand, hopefully within the year also. No,
Mm.
we are doing some tweaking now with the taste and
Right.
quality. Hopefully, once we are able to perfect the system with one Sisig, then we launch this other brand as well.
Yeah. That's great, no? So I mean, there's so many possibilities for just it's so simple, ano? I mean, come to think of it, people are used to buying naman from, sorry, I don't
Yeah.
want to, ano, pero yung mga dirty pares, di ba? Here in Metro Manila, it's really, there's so many of them, and of course, the price is cheap, but the quality is also walang food. I mean, yung controls sa food preparation, etc. I think Juan Sisig is, since it's a franchise, it really has some form of quality hindi lang some form. Talagang pinag-aralan no yung quality control of the food, the preparation. And there's a centralized commissary. So parang it's not like parang yun nga yung talagang paborito ko yung mga dirty pares tsaka yung mga kanto fried chicken, 'di ba?
Oo.
Kasi when you see them, they really just uh, they just mix it up, tapos wala mang cooling system, nandun lang sa gilid, tapos pa-fry ng gano'n. Ibig sabihin na, my future daughter-in-law, I was saying, sabi niya, alam mo, dun sa amin dati, merong tinatawag na, sa may raw, ano yun, campus sa Manila, meron daw, doon, kainan. Ang tawag nila, hepaling. So, rest assured you will have hepatitis after you eat there. Pero ito, we're saying na minix na natin yung there's kumbaga yung mga stakeholders, there's Frito King or there's Juan Sisig, which is the franchisor, and then you have the kapartner, which is the franchisee, and then you have the NGO supervising and training the ultimate beneficiary, and this has a contract, so hindi siya parang alam mo yun, it's not like as if I will give you the card for picture taking purposes or photo ops and that's it, and nothing happened. So this is really, I mean, we commend of course the people from Frito King na there's this talaga to really rise above. I always hear Jason saying it has to be with impact. It cannot be just pure business because we have too much of that. We have too much of pure business na, so it really has to create some sort of impact. So, Fritz, di ba, you have plans and right now, when you say, ano ko lang, parang himayin ko lang yung project. So there's a cart, there's a peddler, there's an investor or a partner, there's an NGO, and then of course they have training, and then there's it's technology assisted, di ba? There's a POS of some sort. Hindi
Yes,
sila
yes.
list or ano. Sige.
Yes, that's right.
How
Yeah,
does
go
that
ahead.
work? Sige. How does
Well,
that work? Oh.
okay. So going back, the partner invests, diba?
Mhm.
And then the NGO will match the partner with the peddler. Okay. So the peddler provides all of the information or the documents that we need to the NGO. The NGO will be the one to screen. Tapos, the NGO will be the one to match. Now, if you are the peddler now, of course, magbebenta ka na, magbabay ka na,
Right.
you will need a smartphone. So, Android or iOS if you have an iOS phone, or Apple phone. Uh, you will be you will be given a link where you can download the POS app. As I've said, it will be launched before the end of Feb. Um, Tapos doon, real time na yung reporting system.
Right.
Different login will be given to the peddler and a different login will be given to the kapartner. So yung kay kapartner, more on reports siya. Tapos yung kay peddler, of course, more on recording. Diba?
Mhm.
Now, at the end of the day, makikita ngayon yung kinita ng cart. Diba? So, automatic na yung computation yan. Kung magkano kikitain ni peddler, kung magkano kikitain ni NGO, and kung magkano kikitain ni kapartner. Now, as we move towards further development, of course, magiging automatic na yung deduction. Magkakaroon na ng wallet system. Dun sa wallet system na yun, hopefully, Uh,
Mhm.
Matapos agad yun, hopefully, you can use that parang GCash siya. We are just checking with the BSP kung ano yung mga requirements to be able to have that wallet system para you can pay your bills, di ba? Using that particular app. Or, yeah, you can probably buy load, ano pa ba? Yun. Yun yung ano nung app. Yun yung power ng app na dinidevelop namin. The reason why we are also focusing on technologies is because ano we want to make the lives of all our stakeholders easier. And technology is one way to do that. Hindi na tayo dapat yung mano-mano, di ba?
Mhm.
So we are trying also in a way to influence the peddler to be able to adapt. Kasi we know that the peddler is familiar with Facebook. But after that, di ba? Uh, ano na yung next step? Di ba? So ito
Correct.
na yun. Tingnan niya na ngayon, i-utilize na niya yung smartphone niya to be able to do other stuff as well. Di
Oo.
ba? Gamitin na niya
Habang
pang negosyo. Di ba? Kasi
Yeah,
hindi na
habang
siya
nagti-TikTok siya, habang
oh,
nagbebenta siya, nagti-TikTok siya, may POS pa siya, di ba?
oh, tama, 'di ba? O pwede niyang sabihin sa mga viewers niya or sa mga followers niya, andito siya sa Murphy Market ngayon, 'di ba?
Yes.
Puntahan niyo ako, ganyan, ganyan. O,
So
only
it's
using a
really
phone.
correct.
Yeah.
Galing. Technology enabled talaga siya. So, all right, we're down to our last few minutes, Fritz. We just like to ask, for example, siguro you can invite our viewers to really come in. Ang title natin ngayon is really Investing for Social Good. No? We're looking for practical entrepreneurs who want to not just earn money but also help others. Kasi you can do both pala eh, di ba? With one sisig.
Yeah.
You can do both pala,
Yes.
hindi lang sa pure ano, 'di ba? Online or yung mga nag business. And it's for a small capital. For a small capital, you have an entire system, a commissary with it. Parang ano, 'di ba? Parang it's too good to be true pero hindi, ayan na siya eh. Roll out na sa Wednesday, andyan na. Bababa na yung mga ano, bababa na yung mga mobile cards, right? So please invite our viewers to really be part of this investment for social good. So go ahead, it's your floor, Fritz.
Okay, thank you very much, Nato. Well, before anything else, would I be able to ask Direct to flash the last slide of the presentation? Because if they want to invest, if they want to reach us, they will be
Mhm.
able to contact the email address and the number of, well, one of our operations guys, so that they can set up a meeting, and we can explain what One Sisig is all about, or they can just reach us through our Facebook page, One Sisig. So,
Sige.
Direct, would it be possible?
Yan.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So there. So yeah, you can just send an email to rexmacaranyas@gmail.com, and
Mhm.
his numbers are posted below: 0977-358-1322 and 0999-537-248. I just can't see the last number. Yeah. But yeah, they can also message us on Facebook, One CC.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
2481. Thank you very much, Direct.
2481 na yun. Got
And
it.
thank you. So yun, as you've mentioned that, we only started brainstorming within the second week of January, and we're now able to deliver the first batch of carts this coming Wednesday. So
Yeah.
from conceptualization to the delivery of the first cart, medyo mabilis. And we want to shorten the process.
Yeah.
Siguro give us a couple of more weeks until we find some efficiencies that we can improve on, so that once you pay, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we can already provide the cart, provide the peddler the training that they need to be able to sell, so that you
Mm.
will, any partner who invests will be able to realize the return on his or her investment much sooner.
Nako, thank you, Fritz. I mean, like you were saying, it was a very rapid development, and um, yung takeaway ko sa'yo yon, it's rapid development, it's accessible. We don't, well, we're not saying we don't need government, but we can do with what we have, where we are. Ibig sabihin, if you're earning this much, you know what, sorry shout out ko lang, yung SK chairman namin dito, meron mga investments, di ba? I mean, I was telling her, you should invest in one sisig because even with one card, you will earn every day. Tapos may POS ka. So sabi ko, people like that, no, ordinary people. My brother is in Abu Dhabi, and sabi ko, why don't you invest in something like this? At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for people who can really invest in not just this one, not just one CC, but invest in social good. We have other people. We know of some friends who are also into social good. It's also an investment. Please, please try to focus on that. If you have extra money, you have surplus. There's so much need that has to be filled. So we don't want to preach, pero alam mo, yun yung reality, no? So why spend on something that it will only be for your own benefit, which is not wrong naman. We're not saying that's wrong. But here is another investment that you can invest in, and it's something for the good of so many families. And at the end of the day, I think it's a no-brainer. So yun, again, thank you very much, Fritz. Ariza, nako, thank you then. Hopefully by next week you can join us. And sayang because we know for a fact that she would have had really great questions also for you. So anyway, we'll see her next week, hopefully, in the next show. Fritz, nako, thank you very much. Also, thank you to Jason and Jomag for this venture. And hopefully on Wednesday we will have more photos
Yeah.
for the distribution of the cards already. Nako, ladies and gentlemen, that has been your, ang bilis yung 1 hour, gumano lang. So we'd like to wish everybody a happy Saturday. Of course, I'd like to shout out to our friends in Cebu, of course, Ila Doris, and of course, Ila Maite. How are you? Kumusta kayo dyan? And then we'd like to thank everyone who has helped TNC. We just had our planning, and hopefully TNC will give you a lot more shows that are really unique and will be really added value to your day or to your viewing time. No? So again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Fritz Capulong on behalf of Ariza Nokum, who's joined us as our new co-host here on season 3. That's it. We'll see you next week. We'll have more regional people invited here on Para sa Bayan. And God bless everyone. And tomorrow Sunday, if you're, please go to church. Please be with the people and friends and family. Good night, everyone. This has been Nato Agbayani for #Para sa Bayan. See you next week. God bless you.